Welcome, welcome, gods and goddesses. I'd like to address you like that today. Yes, we are gods, we are goddesses, and we are here to experience that God nature. So, my name is Judith, and I am your spiritual psychologist. Today, we're going to talk about how to overcome personal and territorial demons. Yes, I know with the word demons, it kind of stir up some religious emotions. And yeah, we cannot stop talking about those negative experiences. So um, we're going to look into the meaning of a demon, a devil. We're going to look at the two types of demons. We're going to look at the steps to get rid of your personal or territorial demons. So, and in talking about demons, we will delve into some crucial topic like democracy, religion, and other systems that are in place acting as demons. Okay? So, thank you for staying tuned. And I would like us to do this breathing exercise. It helps you, this deep breathing helps you to clear your mind. It helps you to calm your mind from anxiety, you know, impulsiveness, all of that stuff. It just calms your mind so you can process any information correctly. And also, as I've said, if you want to check your spirituality, if the God that I am talking here, the God within, if He is in you, once you do that breathing exercise and your mind is clear, you can ask that question. And sincerely speaking, you will get a response. Okay? So let's go. We're going to do it 7 times. Deep breathe in and out, 7 lapses. Let's go. Breathe in, breathe out. You breathe in through your nostrils and out through your mouth. That's the third time. Fourth time. Fifth time. Sixth time. Seventh time. Why seven? We have 7 ways of thinking. There are 7 types of spirit in the mind. That is just your functionality, how your mind operates, how your mind thinks and process thoughts. So there are 7 of them. So when you are doing the deep breathing, you go in there, it's like you're opening the portals to go and calm your mind because a lot is going on in our minds in every second, every minute of the day. So much is going on, and how you can control or command your thoughts it makes you a master. Okay? It makes you a master. But if the thoughts are just bombarded like that and you don't have a hold or control of it, then they will suppress you or oppress you. They will oppress you. And then you see people start going crazy. They start having all these nightmares. They start having some, uh, um, what is it called again? They go into depression, you know, and it could be mild to severe depression because of these many many thoughts rushing through your mind that you cannot really take time to process. So, how to overcome personal and territorial demons? Last week we talked about um, this mistake must be corrected in this generation. So, for you to correct that mistake, you have to go inward, go within you, because if your inner mind, your inner world is at peace, then you are able to fight the the affairs or the things or situations or circumstances that are going on in the physical. If you don't have a calm or quiet mind, it is very difficult to fight any challenge physically, because your inner mind or your inner world is a reflection of your outer world. So, what goes in your mind, what goes through your mind, if you cannot control it, if you cannot handle it, and that you're always in chaos, you're always worrying, that's how the energy that you're emitting out there is going to reflect in the universe. And the universe will take that and bring you more worries and more problems from day to day. So until we go within, and that's why I'm here to teach us the esoteric meaning of the God within, the things that are happening within. Our minds, our thoughts, the ideas, they are all energy entities that emit different frequencies at different times in our lives. So, through those experiences, you can tell what level of consciousness you are in. Okay? So, when you want to talk about demons, I know a lot of religious people are familiar with this word: demons, devil, Satan, God, all of that stuff. But I'm going to look at it here in the esoteric um, approach. What is demon or a demon? Demon is the negative thought that feeds off your mind's energy, huh? That do not want you to have the things that you desire. That is a demon. It's a negative energy. I'll take this my sketch again here to show us. Right there, you see in the circle, the inner circle, there is the source. That is the energy source. And what is energy? Is the life force that flows through what? Our creation. It flows through our mind. The resource here is your mind. All the abilities, all the potentials of the mind. This is your resource. And I've given us, there are knowledge, there is understanding, there is fear, there is spirit, there is power, there is counsel, and there is wisdom. Those are all the abilities of the mind that we use on a daily basis to control or rule on the affairs of our lives. So, the next circle there, which is the outer circle, is the outcome. So, Your outcome is what? The frequency that you emit. So your frequency is determined by the your vibration and the source here, the energy. So what you are thinking, what you desire, it must be empowered, or it must be fulfilled or commanded by the source. This is the energy center. And when you go to our body, the human body, every cell has this energy center that they call mitochondria or mitochondria. That is the energy center that gives that cell that energy to do anything like cell division and all of that stuff, you know. So is everything that is within. So this impersonal energy is what like Christians call God, Muslims they call it Allah, Buddhists they call it Buddha, and Hindu they call it Brahman, and all other religions that have existed. They have a name or title to this energy. So what you feed of this energy here, when you are thinking all your thoughts, if they are positive thoughts, then this energy here that also has its characteristics. I have given us the four cardinal virtues: truth, conscience, righteousness, and justice. So this energy has these principles of truth, conscience, righteousness, and justice to influence your thought, your idea, your desire. It must carry the characteristics of this source or this God that Christian call God. It must carry the characteristics. If it is devoid of that characteristics, then whatever you produce, it becomes negative. And that negative energy, because you have used this energy, it is one energy that we all have. Forget about what religion has come to divide people in a different, different social group or religious group like that. It is one energy. Whether you are a white man or a black man, it is one energy. Whether you are short or you're tall, it is one energy. How you use this energy is what you get. So it's about the application of this energy. If you use it in a positive and goodly manner, then you produce good things. And the energy, the frequency that is emitted out there is all positive, and the universe will bring all the good things that you want in your life. That's what it means by as within, as without. So if your inner verse is not aligned in that positive aspect, whatever you're producing out there, it will also be negative. That is the truth. Just as we breathe in oxygen and we give out carbon dioxide, that is the interconnectedness of us and all creation. So those who came up with the idea of controlling other humans, they are just out of sync with this concept or principle. Okay? So, what is a devil? A devil is the evolving entity of the mind that emits negative energy. Now, we go back again. This is the energy here. What you have given your energy to your mind, is it a positive thought? If it is a positive thought, that's what they call an angel. So angels are not external entities. They are mental or psychological entities, just like demons. These are entities of the mind that feed on your energy. So, how you use the energy is what you're going to get. So, the devil here is that negative energy that has evolved to produce things. Huh? Now, it produces what things? Negative things. It produces negative systems. It produces negative institutions that are there to prevent you from getting what you want, that are there to prevent you from evolving to become um this higher being we are talking about, because we are here as the gods. We are here to experience that divinity. So how you use this energy will determine your evolution or ascension into the next level of consciousness. So I know most people in the religious setting, they have used this demon thing like you know something that people need to. You need to cast the demons. You need to lay hands and do all of that. You see that funny manifestation that people do, you know, and they say, "Oh, they have cast out the demon." Demon is not a physical thing. It's a mental entity that feeds on your mental energy negatively. It prevents you from achieving what you want to do in life. So it's for you to do what? To identify. Huh? We go to the next one. It says how two types of demons. There are personal demons and there are territorial demons. What are personal demons, or what is a personal demon? Esoterically, when you take that impersonal energy, this energy here, huh? The God within, that's what we are talking about. That God within, when you take that energy and create a negative thought or belief that keeps you stuck in a negative mindset, that is what? Personal demons. So such people, they are stuck in a negativity. Everything is all in them. Nothing works good. They are not seeing any good in anything that they do or other people do. It's all about negative. Such people. Oh, I don't see. Like in this Amazonia revolution, there are people who don't see us being free someday. So they are stuck in that negative mindset. Huh? They say, oh, that una thing. Una think say una go ever get that freedom. Yes, they are stuck in that mindset, negative mindset. So that is a personal demon. And every day you see, you hear on the ground at the home front how things are happening. There is insecurity in Amazonia, and you are there as an Amazonian, you're still talking, you know, to yourself that, oh, that una thing, una no go ever succeed. But the reality on the ground says something else. Huh? You see that? So you are trapped in that your personal demonic mindset that you don't see anything positive. Everything that people do is all negative. And some people, even in this struggle, they have dropped out because of this negative mindset, that they have this their personal demon that keep tormenting them, and they are stuck, that oh, there's nothing, not possibility of us getting in this freedom. You see all the things that are happening, they become so discouraged, and they are able to go to South Africa and other places to go sit their home meetings and come up and say, oh, We are one Cameroon. That is how defeated you have become. And that negative mindset is making you to do things that you look at yourself. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you don't even recognize who you are in a negative way because you are something else. Your negativity has consumed you. And then the next one is the territorial demons. Esoterically, when you take that impersonal energy, create too many negative thoughts occurring at the same time mentally. Like, let's take the case of worrying. When somebody is worrying a lot, you're worrying all the time because there is some scarcity, there is something that is lacking out. There are so many things that you want to do, but you don't have the means to do them or to solve that problem. So your mind is worrying, and this worrying is affecting all the dimensions of your mind, these seven aspects of your mind. Because of what? Now, the dimensions of the mind, or these seven principles or spirits of the mind, they live as territories. And sometimes you can call them principalities. They are different localities that have their own characteristics on how each thought carries its own nature, on how it operates, so you can have the rightful outcome. So these territorial demons, they go, as I said, the demon is within. What we see out there, the things and institutions that are created out there to stop you from achieving your desired outcome, to live a fulfilled life, those are devils. So the people, the institutions, the systems, all of those things that are in place, the things that we see that are there to prevent you from experiencing this fulfilled life, why you came on earth, why you are born in Amazonia, why you are an Amazonia, why you deserve to enjoy all the benefit of the land and you cannot enjoy them. Those authorities who are preventing you, those institutions that they have built, the systems, the programmings in place to keep you and your children and your generation unborn to remain in this perpetual slavery, those are the devils. So the devil is outside, the demon is inside. Know that. The devil is outside, the demon is inside. So when you are trying to cast out demon from somebody, you need to go to identify what is going on with them, because it could be the devil outside that has provoked the demon inside. So some things that are happening, some systems that are in place might be causing that person to have that unrest in mind. So you have to go in and see what is going on. It is not by laying hands and say, oh, you cast this demon. And that's why Africa is not moving forward, because of some misconception or misinterpretation of things like this. Huh? So, in territorial, give me 1 second. Okay. In territorial demons, you can also have these institutions that are in place. As I said, the external systems, they are the devils, right? So these devils that are in place, that are there to continue to provoke you, to keep your mind at an unrest, for you to keep worrying, there are those territorial devils who come to invade your territory, the physical. And we're going to see some of that. Those territorial devils that are the institutions, colonizers or colonialism institutions, imperialism institutions that are in place to keep you in that place of, being stuck in your own mental prison. Yes. So the truth is, we wrestle with our personal demons every day. When your mind is defeated, you are powerless and you invite territorial demons. Hmm? So, if at the level of knowledge, here, these are the seven spirits: knowledge, understanding, fear, spirit, power, counsel, and wisdom, arranged in a chronological order. This is how your thoughts are being processed. So, in this place of knowledge, if you cannot handle the information, or there are belief systems here, there are limited beliefs, or from your religious beliefs that are limiting you from evolving, then you stay right here. You will stay right here being a prisoner of conscience. Huh? You will stay right there because you don't know who you are, and you cannot evolve to the next dimension of understanding, because this dimension of understanding is a place where you have to sort out those demons and angels. Are you thinking positive thoughts? We consider positive thought in esoteric knowledge as angels, and the negative thoughts as demons. So which thought do you want to separate? Because that is where you hear of meditation. Yeah, it's a place to get an understanding to how to filter your thoughts, because so many thoughts are going on here that you need to filter them to take total control of which one you want to process. So the place of fear is a place where you process your thoughts, because if they sit there in that place of understanding, what they do, you go to that place of fear and start creating images in your mind. And sometimes you go to sleep, you start seeing things. And some people can even in the physical, because when you're so overwhelmed with all these negative thoughts, they pick up these images, and all the negative images and all of that, they start to even, sometimes you can even see some physical shadows. Hmm? Some of you might confirm what I'm saying. You might start seeing some shadows running around in your house or apartment, and you're thinking, oh, what is this? Because of what has been built in your mind. So the mind, to master your mind, is what is very, very important for every individual. No matter your religion, this has nothing to do with religion. It is who you are, the authority and the power, and this being that lives in us as the God or consciousness is what controls the body. So whether you belong in a religion or not, you have to take control of your mind, because if you don't take control of your mind, other people or things will control your mind. It says, when your mind is defeated, when you are worrying about too many things which you can't find solution, your mindset serves as a mirror to what is happening around you. So what goes in is what you get out, as within as without. In Christianity, they say as in heaven as on earth. In heaven, there esoterically means the inner, and the earth there esoterically means the outer. your materialistic self. So, territorial demons like colonialism, um, slavery, imperialism, neocolonialism, and now the word that they are using, because you see how this concept has been transformed over time. It started with slavery and it went to colonialism, and then it transformed to imperialism, and went to neocolonialism, and now we're talking about democracy. Huh? Democracy, the concept that the West and the rulers of the world, this our physical world, who want to dominate and control humans, what they design, democracy. We hear that a lot, especially with the rise of the Sahel. Um, we're hearing, oh, it's not democratic. They came by a military coup and all of that stuff. But the military coup, they are taking care of their citizens. They're taking care of the welfare of their citizens. So which one is better? The military, the coup that the military did, that was, instigated by the good or kind-hearted Sahel people, not the one that is organized or sponsored by the West to overthrow a leader that does not align with their democratic concept. So which one is good? Because Africans, you need to choose. This is where we come to choose. And we are seeing that shift, that the eyes of Africans are opening up to see the true meaning of democracy. What was democracy? It was not about your well being, it was about them controlling your resources. Huh? It was about them controlling your resources and don't care about who or what you are. So, this is a clarion call for all Africans, all Amazonians. This is your time to rise. This is your time to shine. This is your time to correct this mistake. Because if we can understand what is going on in us, within us, then we'll be able to control the affairs of our lives and our nation. But if we are so ignorant on how this consciousness works, then they'll continue because their democracy has a system, the octopus system, that they have established in every country to control that country, the government of that country, the resources of that. We see how some African countries now they are kicking out their military bases, kicking out their military out. They're taking control of their mineral resources. You know, so this is what is happening. To control these territorial demons or devils, you have to be able to control your own personal demon. So when you see those systems, you have to identify them. Huh? You identify them. That's what we say here. Yeah? You identify steps to get rid of the personal and the territorial demons. One, you identify those systems in your communities, in your countries. You as an individual, what is happening in your mind? Those thoughts that are there, negative thoughts that are continue to make you look small, to make you look, depressed. You have the control to change that negative thought to a positive thought. That's what they call transmutation, right? That you can take negative situation and turn it to a positive situation. You have that ability. People, you don't need a man of God to go lay hands on you and do all of that stuff, because deep in your mind, that thing has not gone away. They can do all of that, rub you and the anointing oil and all of that, but your mind is not stable. So when I talk to most people, I go to their mind. I said, what is it? How do you look at this issue in your mind? Do you think you can handle it? Because there is no God coming from the sky to solve your problems. There is none. It does not happen in any generation. It is just the concept of God that are written in those religious books, how each generation perceive this God. So the impersonal energy in you is there to give you that wisdom, to empower you to transform your life, to transform your nations, and take that power and authority in your hands to do that, and stop being slaves to other humans who look like you. I was discussing with a fellow brother in the struggle this morning, and we were talking about all of this Amazonia thing and the Africa thing, and he was asking like that he used to be baffled, like, how did we end up here? That a whole continent was enslaved for hundreds of years, and then we are just powerless. How a people left thousands of miles away across the ocean to come and enslave a people in their continent, and we are powerless. And that is the mistake we are here. This generation must correct. Because they could not come to your continent if they did not come to rob your identity. Because what they do, they say what the devil comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. It robs you from your identity, make you to see yourself as a lesser being, that you are powerless, because they brought all their weapons and all of that, and we started looking ourselves as inferior to them, forgetting of the power that the Africans, they have spiritual powers. All of that was just thwarted away, because now we were so looking at these people like, oh my, these are some gods. And they took that idea in their head. For centuries, they continue to develop all sorts of weapons to come and control you. And we are saying enough is enough. Because they could get to those continents, those countries in the continent, through some people, ours, who were sellouts. Just as we are having in this struggle today, this Amazonian revolution, where you see some people, they are so determined to sell us. So is it not a deja vu? They say history is repeating itself. Huh? That's what is happening. And that is how they got to enslave Africa. Because they were sellouts. Because that energy does not lie. That energy does not lie. You will have people with such negative mindset from generation to generation. Instead of using that energy in a positive way, you continue to subjugate your own people because of peanut. Huh? The democracy that they design, that they look at you, they brought it to you that, oh, so you have to be the obedient servant. Huh? A derogatory word, obedience. That is what they did. If you don't obey, we sanction you. Is that not what they are doing? From the time of slavery. Huh? They went through colonialism. They went to new imperialism, neo-colonialism, the same now in democracy. What is democratic about that? If you don't have the free will, democracy is it not the freedom of the free will of the people? What they want, the decisions and the election that they elect their own people that they want to be in power, to make the rules and make the laws. Is that not what democracy is all about? But if a people sit in their own continent and they are controlling you in your continent, in your countries, in your, oh, you don't put this, we're going to sanction you. We don't do this, we're going to stand. And they bring in their military bases. They bring in all sort of the religion, their everything, all of their culture on you. What is that? That is a territorial demon, a devil that has come to invade your land. Huh? So you got to identify these systems, these institutions. You got to identify these programs that are running in the software of your mind and in the hardware of your nations. You got to identify them. Because this generation, if we miss this opportunity, then we will forever be enslaved because the technology is advancing. Huh? But we have said it will not happen. Those of you who go to fly to South Africa to go sit and hold your nocturnal meetings to come and sell Amazonia, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your time. What you are bringing to Amazonia, that are negativity, the universe will give you 100-fold of that. So you have a taste of your own peel. So the second point is you choose the good, positive mindset. So when you choose that good, positive mindset, that is that place of transmutation. I gave us the 3 T's: transcending, transmute, and transform. So the transmutation is just that place where you are differentiating good from bad, yeah, negative from positive. So you choose the good, positive thought or things that you want to have. You get that? That's how this has stepped to get rid of your demons, the demons in your mind, and get rid of the devils in your land. Because there are demons in your mind, there are devils in your land, or even your own household. There are devils everywhere. So you choose, you replace all those limiting beliefs, those negative beliefs, that negative mindset to a positive mindset. You know that you are in this struggle for 9 years. There is no way that we cannot have our own sovereign nation. The Sahel nations, they've had theirs, and they are doing everything to maintain that sovereignty. If you want to come invade them, then they will deal with you. There's nobody who made you God over other people. If you want to go invade the Sahel, they will deal with you because they are standing in the path of truth. And the universe aligns with them. So whatever your terrorists that you're sponsoring in Ivory Coast and all the other nations to come and invade them, to make them to have perpetual unrest, is not going to succeed. They have chosen truth. So Amazonians, this struggle is founded in truth. Come and stand in the path of truth and have your own nation. Nothing is going to stop us until Amazonia is free. If Amazonia is not free, La Republic will not be free. Huh? We will bring down everything. Yes, nobody made you God over us. Okay? And the third point is embody the transformation. So this is where you become intentional of your desires. You not just say, oh, I want this thing, Amazonia, we want our freedom, and then you stay aloof and you think that that freedom will just come from the sky. You got to be part of it. You got to draft. Huh? If you're in the diaspora, you got to draft $1,000 to foster the diplomacy and the farmers. Huh? You are at the home front. You got to do the right thing. The farmers are there. They are doing all their own. They need their tools, and they go to the farm and do the harvesting. Huh? That is what we need. So if you don't embody this struggle, this revolution, I don't see how you stay on the fence and you have freedom. It's not going to happen. There's no miracle on 34th Street. Huh? No miracle like that. Independence is not given on a platter of gold. It is being fought for. Okay? So, if you believe investing in your freedom is a waste, the universe will mirror that belief back to you in the form of oppression, scarcity, and unfulfilled life. Is that what you want for your people? Is that what you want for Amazonians? You that demon has possessed you, that you can go to South Africa, you can go to Ghana to go hold those nocturnal meetings. You planning to sell Amazonia for crumbs when there are trillions and trillions of dollars under your sword. What of gold, what of diamond, what of gas, what of timber, what of everything, rare earth minerals, you have them. But you prefer to go collect crumbs. Huh? That is a backward thinking. Democracy, those who brought democracy, they were supposed to be your servants. Do you know that? They were supposed to be your servants, not your masters. But you see how they did reverse psychology? Now you are their servants and they are your masters when they have none of those things in their own continent. A master has become a servant. Huh? And we are going to change that. The Sahel, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, they have changed that narrative. You have to come and depend on us. You have to come and beg from us, not us begging from you. People will just leave and come and, entrap a whole continent like that, controlling them. So, but if you believe in investing in your freedom, the universe will give you sovereignty and endless opportunities and the power to control your resources. That is what the universe does. We are one with the universe. We are connected with everything. Everything has that energy called God in them, that consciousness. The birds that fly, the insects that crawl, they all have that consciousness, and the human beings who are there, they don't even know who they are. They just want to control other humans. And no God is coming from the sky to strike them. And you say, oh, we should worship that God, that religious God. I say no. None of those existed, whether in Christianity, in Buddhism, in Islam, Judaism, all of that did not exist. They are all titles given to this impersonal energy. So the earlier we start to realize this and wake up and take control, look within, go within. That demon that is terrorizing you within, you can take control. You can handle that demon. Tell that thought, I am your master. Tell that idea, oh, you are doing something contrary. This is not what I want. Tell it, that desire that have risen in you to do the most shameful thing. Stop it in its track. Tell it, I am your master. Because the more you give that energy of your mind to that negative thought, that's how it's going to feed from that energy. You become the host. Huh? It will feed from you until you just drown yourself in grief and depression and doing all the negative things. Just hating life when you're supposed to love life. Just hating people when you're supposed to love your own people. Just hating your continent when you're supposed to love your continent and fight for the freedom of your continent. That is a messed up mindset, and that need to be changed. So, here again, we have looked at what is a demon, what is a devil, the two types of demon, huh? How you can get rid of the demon, the personal and territorial demons. And also we talk about democracy. Democracy that wants you, they have this derogatory word attached to it, obedience. If you don't obey, you don't do what we want, they come and put a sanction on you, or they overthrow your government, or they come and bring in their military um, camps, or and build their military and establish. And we are seeing that where La Republique is using that playbook, that our whole territory has been militarized. They are going to the villages, building military camps. They're going everywhere, terrorizing the people. We have seen that they are playing by the same playbook of the West. So these are the devils that are in our territory, terrorizing our people. You got to get rid of those devils and their institutions. You got to get rid of them. There's nothing wrong with that. It's self-defense. Your territory has been invaded by these terrestrial beings. So rise up. This is the last fight, the last battle. Rise up and fight and get your country back, get your sovereignty back. Nobody is going to give it to you if you don't fight for it. Okay? So, yeah, we have come to the end of this topic, how to overcome personal and territorial demons. You are an angel, you are a god, you are a goddess here to experience that divine nature. So do not let all those negative thoughts take control of your mind. Be a master and not a slave to those ideas of yours and those institutions that we see. There are slaves of democracy in our territory, Ambazonia, where the La Republique slaves are there parading our territory in the name of democracy that was handed down to them to come and control other people. So enough is enough. We're going to put an end to that. So let me know what you think in the comment section. And my number again is up there, 240-429-1369. WhatsApp calls only if you have any questions. Thank you for watching. We are in this together. Bye.